Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Suns could want Warriors championship star in Durant trade, report. Kevin Durant has emerged as a major trade candidate ahead of the February 6 deadline. The Golden State Warriors could attempt to reunite the future Hall of Famer with Stephen Curry. The Phoenix Suns, however, will demand a high price. In a February 4 report, The Athletic's Sam Amick, David Aldridge and Anthony Slater revealed the Suns' interest in acquiring Draymond Green. In exploratory conversations, the Warriors have only been met with an exorbitant asking price in theoretical structures, essentially everything of future value, considering the tricky spot the Suns seem to find themselves, the trio reported. League sources say four-time All-Star forward Draymond Green, who has an established relationship with fellow Michigan State alum and Suns owner Matt Ishbia, is among the Warriors players Phoenix is known to covet. Green has spent his entire career with the Warriors. He has won 4 championships with the franchise. Many view him as a generational defensive talent. Green enters the second year of a 4-year, $100 million contract. Teams cannot underestimate his value as a veteran leader. Nevertheless, Golden State has performed at a .500 level this season. They sit 11th in the Western Conference. After missing the 2024 playoffs, the front office is likely to consider everyone except Curry in potential trade discussions. The trade deadline is an opportunity for Mike Dunleavy Jr. to improve the Warriors roster. Steve Kerr's team has been average for 18 months. As such, Green is expecting the franchise to be aggressive in trade discussions. Luka Doncic's trade to the Los Angeles Lakers is likely to have a domino effect around the NBA. We all know, lack a biz, pi ******** D sitting at .500, Green said following the Warriors' 104-99 win over the Orlando Magic on February 3. You'd be a fool to sit back and think like, man, everything is okay, Not with that guy. That guy is always trying to win, always pushing the envelope as much as he can. You gotta expect they'll be aggressive. Luka Doncic just got traded, so everyone thinks everything is possible at this point, right? Dunleavy must decide what he's willing to give up in a trade. The Warriors have straddled 2 timelines for years. Yet, it appears they've reached an inflection point. If Golden State wants to build around Curry, parting with young talents such as Moses Moody, Brandon Podziemski, or Jonathan Kuminga may be necessary. According to ESPN's Shams Charania, speaking on The Pat McAfee Show, the Warriors have checked in on multiple All-Star talents to test their availability. The Warriors are legitimately calling about every All-Star player, Charania said. Name the All-Star player, the Warriors have probably called on him. Paul George? The Warriors have called on him. They made calls on every star. And that, of course, includes players like LeBron James, players like Kevin Durant, players like Jimmy Butler. They are dead set on trying to find another star player, a superstar player like Stephen Curry. That is another subplot to this trade deadline as well. Adding another star would not only improve the roster, it would likely streamline it. Kerr is currently working with a poorly constructed team. Sending out multiple players in a deal could reshape the rotation and potentially give Kerr more structure to work with. If that means Green is part of an outgoing package, then while it would hurt Warriors fans, it would likely signal the lengths the front office will go to in order to give Curry a competitive roster for the final years of his career. Blockbuster trade currently in play, Kevin Durant to Warriors, Jimmy Butler to Suns. We have seen 2 blockbuster trades in the NBA over the last week, and it appears another might be in the works right now. According to NBA insider Jake Fisher, a scenario where Kevin Durant is sent to the Golden State Warriors and Jimmy Butler goes to the Phoenix Suns is currently in play. One reason for the significant uptick in Durant chatter, sources said, is that trading him appears to be the only way for Phoenix to acquire Miami's Jimmy Butler before Thursday's deadline. Why would the Suns want Butler if they no longer have Durant on the roster? No one asked by the Stein line has been able to furnish a good answer to that question, but rumbles persist that a scenario that transports Butler from South Beach to the desert, with Durant moving back to the Bay Area, is indeed in play. The Suns had shown no desire to trade Durant for the longest time. They appear to be open to parting ways with him now, though, as they have failed to find a way to move Bradley Beal for Butler. As stated there, though, it doesn't make much sense to ship Durant out of town and then land Butler, who is averaging 17.0 points, 5.2 rebounds, 4.8 assists, 1.1 steals, and 0.4 blocks per game in 2024-25. Sure, moving Durant to the Warriors means more assets could be sent to the Miami Heat to acquire Butler, but what's the point of getting him then? The whole reason to go after Butler is that the 25-24 Suns are not serious title contenders at present, and parting with Durant to get him would make them worse than they are now. You'd think the Suns would never do this, but nothing can be ruled out after the Dallas Mavericks traded Luka Doncic for an underwhelming haul to the Los Angeles Lakers. If that deal can go down, then anything can. As for what the Suns might be hoping to gain by sending Durant to the Warriors, we get a bit of an idea from Sam Amick, David Aldridge, and Anthony Slater of The Athletic. League sources say four-time All-Star forward Draymond Green, who has an established relationship with fellow Michigan State alum and Suns owner Matt Ishbia, is among the Warriors players Phoenix is known to covet. Sources: Warriors zeroed in on Kevin Durant trade after extensive conversations. The Golden State Warriors continue to evaluate all of their options to improve their immediate outlook ahead of the February 6 NBA trade deadline. In doing so, Phoenix Suns superstar Kevin Durant, once a two-time Finals MVP with the Warriors, has rapidly emerged as Golden State's main priority ahead of the deadline, multiple league sources informed Clutch Points on Tuesday night. Various teams have been in contact with the Suns in recent days, and the Warriors held extensive conversations with Phoenix about Durant over the last 48 hours, sources said. The Dallas Mavericks have also shown strong interest in Durant, according to The Athletic. Phoenix will undoubtedly open the door for other teams to inquire about Durant and offer their best packages before making a final decision. Despite constantly shutting down all speculation of a trade involving Durant, the Suns are stuck contemplating about their future given the lack of success they've found with Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal. Ongoing conversations about trading for Miami Heat star Jimmy Butler in place of Beal have gone nowhere, sources said, with the Heat unwilling to accept a deal centered around Beal and first-round draft picks. The idea of trading Beal has also become a major roadblock in the Suns' pursuit of Butler. The three-time All-Star and his representation have made it very clear that they will not be waiving their no-trade clause ahead of Thursday's deadline. As a result, the idea of Butler teaming up with Durant and Booker in Phoenix continues to disappear. Instead, the concept gaining significant momentum amongst league circles is that Butler could be moved to Phoenix in a massive multi-team trade that still sees Durant land with the Warriors. And you fan? What do you think of the Kevin Durant situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.